Welcome to my tutorial today. I'll be going over the simple and basic UI of Tenno that beginners might not know or not familiar about. To get started, this is the default settings. Your menu will look like this once you log in or make an account. The most important part is the skills and items toggle. To get it started, let's start with the default click option. When you click the jutsu or items, you will have a second pop-up to confirm use to activate the skills or items. This is very annoying and time-consuming. I wouldn't recommend this setting. Now let's move on to hold option. It's basically single press. You just click it once. It's one of the two most convenient settings in my option. Now let's look at double. For this, you have to press or click it twice. For example, here, one press and it doesn't activate. You have to press it twice to activate it. Finally, let's go to the hover menu. This is very similar to hold menu. It is that you just have to press or click it once and it will work. Now, whoever you play, keeping the settings of your skills and items to hold or hover is best. It saves you time and annoyance. This is the basic stats for level 100 character without any attribute points added or items effects. It has 200 agility, 3600 health and chakra, 5% for critical, dodge and purification, and 0% for protection, strength, and accuracy. Now let's move on to the elemental attributes. There's total of 5 attributes here: wind, fire, lighting, water, and earth. If you increased wind, you would increase both agility and dodge rate. Per 10 wind attribute points, you get about 3.5% increase in dodge rate and 5 agility. If you max out wind, you would get 250 agility and 40% dodge rate. For fire, it increases 2 stats, which are accuracy and strength. Per 10 fire attribute points, you get additional 2% accuracy and 4% strength. Max fire attributes will get you additional 40% damage and 20% accuracy. For example, if you do 1000 damage with 40% strength, you would do extra 400 damage, totaling 1400 damage. Now for thunder, per 10 attribute points, you get 5 agility and 2.5% critical chance. Max thunder attributes will grant the user total of 250 agility and 30% critical rate. For water, what you would get is additional chakra and purification rate. Per 10 water attribute points, you would get 2.5% purification rate and 200 chakra points. Max water will get total 2,000 extra chakra and extra 25% purification rate, totaling 30%. For earth, you would get health and protection. Per 10 earth attribute points, you would get 100 more health and 2% protection rate. Max earth, you get total of 1,000 extra health and 20% protection rate. What this means is that the amount damage you would receive will be reduced by 20%. So in this case, if you receive 1000 damage, you would only get 800 damage. Lastly, don't forget to save your attributes. If you don't press save and exit, you will be left with your previous save. Let us look at the friends/recruits. If you see the 2 plus buttons here, those are your recruits or friends that you can have. In total, you can have up to 2 recruits with you to bring to fights. If you press the plus button, it would take you to a screen all of your friends. If you press recruit, you would have 2 friends here at the side, like this. After you finish your battle, they will not disappear unless you dismiss them. Now let's get to my favorite feature of recruiting friends, the favorites. The stars next to the names of recruits, they are favorites. If you have a lot of friends, it's hassle to go through and find certain recruits every time. The empty star means that they are not favorites. If the star is shown, they are. Once you favorite a recruit or friend, once you check your friends list again, they would be at the very top among your friends list. Favorite makes it very easy and fast to recruit friends. The challenge next to recruit is for challenging your friends and see how strong your character is. You can click requests. This is where other players have sent you your friend requests. You can either accept or decline, and they would disappear from the list. Now you can click Add, and it will take you to this. It's random players on the list. You can send requests and always refresh to find new players. My advice is always send a request to an onbu player because that means they are active. At the bottom, you can search specific players. In Tenno, you have to type their names instead of their player ID. For example, here you would find these type of friends. So for example, I can send a request to Arrogance and it would be sent to his friend request.
Now let's move on to sets. What this provides is that it is your build. Every time you click on these, it creates a new set. It will cost you 25k gold. What are sets? This creates a memorized sets of your items, tools, attributes, cosmetics, and skills. If you look at here, you can rename the set, and this will cost you gold as well. You cannot have spacings or special texts in naming. Here, so for example, if I click my event set and I equipped it, it automatically transformed my build into the one that I had on. If you have multiple sets and you want to have your favorites as well, I only have 5, but you could have way more sets. Therefore, just like friends, you should make favorites to make everything so much easier. Once you favorite it, the set will be at the very top, so it's easier to access. Tools for use. You can equip it and exit, and it will automatically save that tool. Now let's get onto the chat. With chat here, this is a global in-game chat. This is also connected with Tenno Discord server, so you will be able to communicate with Discord members as well.
You can also send friend request via click on the names in chat. It only works for players that chatted in-game and not Discord. If you guys have not joined Tenno Discord yet, make sure to click the top left corner and join. You could get weekly redeem codes for TC, spoilers for upcoming events, and communicate better with community members.
Now let's click Travel. You could travel between villages. There are a total of 5 villages you could travel. Let's travel to the Lightning Village here. What is different for each village? If you go to the Academy, you are able to learn the ninjutsu of that elemental village. Though Genjutsu and Taijutsu are all the same for all villages, it is just ninjutsu that is different. We can also travel to the Fire Village, and if you go to the Academy, the ninjutsu is now fire. Lastly, the shop. This is all the same in any villages you visit. They will be the same with the weapon, armor, the back item, and the details.
Thank you for watching, guys.